Well, hello everybody, Jason W. News Revolution Cave. Happy Sunday. My Sunday has peaked. My Sunday happiness has got to the peak and then, because that's how it happens. But good Sunday morning. Oh, got up, hung out in the garage, did some cleanup, went bowling, and got our asses handed to us, folks. Yes, that's right. We bowled a team that we feel is our nemesis, our arch nemesis, in fact. Just whatever. And we went into it very negative minded, and we only won 2 points out of 8. We were in first place by 8 points, and the second place team won 6 points. So that puts us in first place by either 2 or 4 points. I can't. Let's see. We were tied. We won. So it'll be 8. So we got 10. They had 8. They won 6. 14. So we're up 4 points. Going into, like, I don't know. There's about 6 weeks left. Anyway, who cares? So that tanked my mood a little. I had to go. I every 3 weeks or so, a church in town contracted me to run a grief group. So I did that for an hour today. And now I'm home. And, you know, when you come home to certain people, you just sometimes wonder why you come home to certain people. And then you look at 2 other people and you go, that's why I come home to certain people. Anyways, the night's going to be long. There's only like 4 hours left of the day. Kids will start going to bed by 9, but it's going to be a long 4 hours. So I'm down here. Now, the bright spot, however, is I am so pumped up about this room and the garage. And I know I've been talking about that for a while. And I know a lot of the shows that we've done lately have just been hangouts and here's the garage and here's this and here's that. It changes the game. It changes the collecting game because there's just more space, and I've always wanted more space. Way back in the beginning of the, probably not the beginning of the channel, but middle of the channel, we talked about an 80s house. We talked about what I would do if I had more space. And granted, I don't have a whole house, but the garage is an incredible addition to the collection. Just so good, so good. And I can't wait for the weather to break and it to be a little warmer out there and just be out there. And it's going to be so good, so good, so good. The video the other day, I apparently influenced, because I am a social media influencer. I influenced a couple of people to make some purchases to buy the Technodrome from Amazon. Somebody's been getting it for $20, $22. It's on there right now for $39. I just got to check my Amazon credits. I might give $5 off or something. I'm not sure, but I have decided that I will not go after the original Technodrome, but I will go after the Amazon exclusive for $39, and it's a little bit smaller. Some people have come through with the comparison pics. No big deal. We're going with the Amazon one. Beautiful box. It's the only way I'm going to get the box. It's the only way I'm going to get the box because, again, we are just living in a world where people are putting insane prices on things, and I'm not going to get that Technodrome box with the playset for anything less than $250, and that's not happening. All right, so I'm pumped. I'm pumped about collecting. I'm pumped about the room. I'm just pumped. And I need to be pumped because this house is a little deflating. All right. We're wrapping it up with the LJNs. We're almost done. We're almost done with the LJNs. We got another guy here that could definitely use a cleanup with the old magic eraser. But this is another one of my favorite, most playable figures that I never owned. Never had this figure at all, but he's right up there with Hogan as pretty close to perfect. Pretty close to a perfect figure. And I'm very happy that XOX made his tag team partner in a very similar pose. I think they did a great job with the pose to put these two figures easily tag teamable. I mean, imagine if like you had the Barbarian and he had, you know, some kind of messed up pose, and you're like, you know, but nope, we got the fighter pose, which is great. Who am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about the final black card that we are going to do, the final official LJN Wrestling Superstars figure. The run is over, folks. LJN Revisited is coming to an end, and we are ending it. We are ending it official. We are ending the official line with the Warlord. Of course, we're going to talk about Sergeant Slaughter next time, and then we're going to do the Slammies. I love this figure, with the exception of the Warlord's pecs. I'm not a fan of his pecs. My eyes continue to just draw to the Warlord's nipples. And I got to get over that. I got to work through that at almost 50. It's probably time for me to move on from my childish brain and just say, this is a great figure. And it is a great figure. Again, need to clean him up a little bit. I have neglected this figure. What a great, great play pose. What a great physique. What a great hair situation there with the two-tone hair. It's Warlord. I mean, a great squared off beard, great makeup, great figure. Great figure, the Warlord. Never had him. I've told you before, the only two black cards that I got as a kid was Haku and Bossman. And, you know, honestly, I'm not sure why. I would really like to go back in time and see the rationale that I was using when I was choosing between the three figures. I think I don't know. I knew Bossman was going to be a lock because of the nightstick. Did I think that Haku came with the crown? I don't think I did. I'm not sure why I didn't go with Warlord. Warlord is the best. Bossman's pretty good. Warlord is the best one between him and Haku, between Warlord and Haku. So I don't know why I didn't go with that. In my later play, I still didn't have the Warlord as a young man. So I never really got any play with the Warlord at all. If I were to play again, I would probably incorporate him a bit, especially with the Powers of Pain, especially having the XOX Barbarian. Absolutely fantastic figure. One of my favorites. There's the famous black card, white stamp on the foot. I did meet Warlord. I did meet him at a Pennsylvania Legends show back in the day through the IWC Federation. That actually, one of the guys from, I'll tell you a quick story. One of the guys from the, who are the like the Nordic tag team in the WWE? Not the Outlanders. Whoever they are, big bearded, bushy guys. Raymond Rowe, anyway. Ray Rowe was a young indie wrestler at this IWC show. The promoter was Norm Connors, and Raymond Rowe was was a part of the show as just an indie Pennsylvania guy. And he took a chair shot to the back of the head that busted him open. And I was standing by the curtain because I thought I was cool. We'll talk about that in a minute. I was standing by the curtain while he was coming back, and Norm Connors, the promoter, was there, very excited that Raymond Rowe was selling the busted head open all the way to the back. And I kept hearing Norm Connor say, sell it through the curtain, sell it through the curtain, attaboy, sell it through the curtain. I just thought that was so cool that I was back there checking that out. Now, should I have been back there? No, not at all. But this was very early in the indie show autograph seeking days. And I had a friend named Todd who was the gym teacher at this Franklin High School in Pennsylvania. And Todd didn't promote the show. Norm Connors was the promoter, but Todd would book it. Todd booked these yearly Legends shows, and they were huge. I mean, Bruno Sammartino came in. That's when the famous Tito Santana incident happened. Greg Valentine was there. I saw Dominic DeNucci in action. In action, folks. Dominic DeNucci wrestled. Just a bunch of great stuff. With the IWC putting on a show too, with all their indie kids and whatever. So a guy named Facade or Facade, Facade, was pretty big in that little group. I don't know what he went on to do, but Raymond Rowe became WWE superstar. Anyway, so Todd invites me to these shows, and he says, just come and be backstage, just hang out backstage. It was the gym, so it was the high school gym. So backstage was the high school locker room and Todd's gym teacher office and just whatever, showers and I was such a dork that I was like, okay. And I went in the back and I just stood there like an idiot. AJ Styles was there. Abdullah the Butcher was there. I just stood there like an idiot, just looking so foolish and just being in the wrong place, just not supposed to be back there. And I just walked through the dressing room like I was cool. And I went up to Abdul the Butcher while he was getting dressed. And I asked him for a photo. And Abby was like, I'm getting dressed. And I was like, okay, sir, no problem. I'll just be hanging out back here. What an idiot. I really wish somebody had just punched me in the face. So at one point I was inside my friend's office while Norm Connors was counting up the money for the payouts that night. And I just felt like such an idiot. But anyways, the Warlord was on the card and I met the Warlord. There you go. There's your story. Nice guy, handshake, pose, whatever. Great. Okay, so yeah, just look, unless you're a wrestler, don't go backstage. Don't go backstage. Unless you're a wrestler, unless you're family of the wrestler. No, if I went to Brian Hardy's show, I'm staying up front. I'm sitting in the seats. I'm not going backstage. I don't belong back there. I look like an idiot. I'm not doing it. All right. Anyway, there's the Warlord. Let's take a closer look at him right now. All right, folks, as always, the only way to display your LJN figures is with these custom LJN stands from 4 Left 3D Creations. That's right. Hop on Etsy, hit up 4 Left 3D Creations for all of your custom LJN stand needs. Here is the Warlord's stand, and here is the Warlord. Little dirty, could definitely use a little bath. But here he is. Really a pretty close to 10 out of 10 figure. That's right up there with Hogan and SD Jones for perfect play pose. And the rest of the figure is done really well. You can see how the makeup is in pretty decent shape. Two-tone hair looks pretty good. I like that. The double fist pose, fantastic. There's those protrusions that I keep getting sidetracked by. Little dirty. Clean him up nice. And he'll shine like the top of the Chrysler building. All right. And that's about what we would expect from the back of the Warlord. Black trunks, black boots, black armbands. No decals. No nothing. Just a very plain figure, but probably one of the best play poses, or one of the top 3 play poses of LJN. Little close up on the face there, looking good. All right, that is it. We will conclude with Sergeant Slaughter next time. and we will be done with the LJN Wrestling Superstars Revisited. We will do a Slammy Award show, and we'll be done. We'll be done talking about LJNs. Oh, that can't happen. That won't happen. We'll somehow work them into the conversation. All right, that is all. See you next time. Good night now.